Good morning, friends. I'm Miss Aftan, the children's librarian here at the Alexander Hamilton Library, and today our mini story time is one of my favorite stories, all about being yourself, believing in yourself, and trying your best even when it might be hard to do so. All right, so our story is called Clancy the Courageous Cow, and it's by Leachy Hume. And Clancy says, "That's me." So we have Clancy the Courageous Cow. Clancy was born on a stormy day, a day of great disappointment for his parents. You see, they belonged to a herd of belted Galloways, but Clancy had no belt. He was beltless. You can see each of his parents have a white belt on their bodies, but does baby Clancy have a white belt? No, he's all the same color. As Clancy grew up, all the other cows treated him like an outcast. He said, "Oh, imagine being beltless." How do you think that makes Clancy feel? Clancy tried hard to give himself a belt. He rolled in the snow, but it soon melted off. He tied a bandage around his middle, but it gave him a tummy ache. He says, "I feel sick." He sprinkled sugar on his coat, but the ants drove him crazy. He even painted a white stripe around himself, but it washed off in the rain. Clancy was different, and nothing could be done about it. Nevertheless, his parents loved him dearly. And they're saying, "Poor Clancy." The belted Galloways lived on poor grass, and they were all skinny. The field next to them was full of rich grass and fat Herefords. So can you see the fence here? On Clancy's side of the fence, the grass is kind of yellowish, isn't it? Let's look at the other side. Where the other cows are, the grass is nice and dark green. It looks delicious. The Herefords held grazing rights to their field since they'd won the cow wrestling contest, which was held once a year. The belted Galloways were trapped in a vicious cycle. The Herefords grew big and strong on the rich grass, so they always won the contest. This gave them the grazing rights for yet another year. So you can see they eat the grass and get big and strong. Then they win the wrestling competition, which means they get the grass again. And the belted Galloways keep getting skinnier. Some nights, the belted Galloways tried to sneak into the Herefords' fields to graze, but their white belts always glowed in the dark and gave them away. Here, you can see they're sneaking across the fence, but their white stripe shows up, and the Herefords say, "Get out of here!" But one night, Clancy slipped into the Herefords' field to try his luck, and nobody chased him out. Why do you think they didn't chase Clancy? Well, they're saying, "See anything?" No, they've finally given up. Clancy was invisible in the dark. They're saying, "Good job, Clancy." So these cows' white stripes show up. But does Clancy have a white stripe? So the next night, as Clancy grazed, he bumped into another cow. "Who's that?" asked Clancy. "I'm Helga," answered the cow. "I am a totally brown Hereford." Like Clancy, Helga had always been picked on because she was different. Clancy and Helga hit it off immediately, and they grazed together every night. At first, only Clancy's mom and dad noticed how big he was getting. Then one day, he bumped into the president of the belted Galloways and sent her flying. She started to bawl him out, then stopped in amazement. Clancy was enormous. Surely a cow as big as this could win the cow wrestling contest. The very important belted Galloways decided that being beltless was not such a bad thing, and that Clancy would represent the herd at the cow wrestling contest. And here they're saying, "Make us proud, Clancy." Several retired wrestlers trained Clancy and taught him their favorite holds and maneuvers. We have the Cud Cruncher, the Hind Quarter Drop, the Ruminator, the Helicopter, the Cow Whisperer, and the Windmill. On the day of the match, Clancy pinned his opponent in record time and won the contest. We have a new champion! So who won the contest? It was Clancy. Now it was time for the belted Galloways to enjoy the rich grass. They began to chase the Herefords out of the field. Suddenly, a voice rang out. It was Clancy. He said, "Stop!" Helga stood next to Clancy. "This situation has gone on for too long," said Clancy. "Black, white, or brown, we are all cows. I say we pull down the fence and be cows together." Do you think they'll do that? So after a little while, the belted Galloways and the Herefords began to get along very well. There was plenty of grass for everybody. And Clenga was born on a sunny day, a day of great joy for her parents. So in our story, Clancy the cow is born different than all of the other cows in his herd, but he uses that to solve a big problem. And so at the end of the story, they celebrate why he's different, and it brings everyone together. So maybe there's something in your life that causes you to be different, but we can celebrate it instead of worrying. So I hope that you enjoyed our story today. Again, please feel free to check online at our website, ahmfl.org, for more updates about the library and more e-resources that you can access at home. And feel free to check us out on our Facebook and Instagram as we have more things posted about library programs throughout the week. I hope that you have a great day, stay safe and healthy, and hopefully we will see you soon. All right. Bye, friends.